I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Call me Satoshi's kin, stacking sats, yeah, I'm cashing in. Traded up, so clean from the dip to the peak. While it's flexing, hear the blockchain speak. Gas fees high, don't sweat, I still pay the price. Ruggles try me, but I roll the dice. Auto tight, real dip, moon's my only scene. Crypto funks the king, I'm the trading queen. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Stop, wait a tick, check the candlestick. Bull run's coming, better move real quick. I'm too high, hot coin. Flip the dime to a stack. Wells can't stop me, got that miner's knack. Shit's on fire, so lit, green lines all night. Almost kicking, I'm feeling right. Move, circle. Through the dips I glide. Crypto funk's my jam, take it worldwide. Don't believe me, just watch.
Alright, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is it good? Good? Alright. Alright, you ready to do your little intro? Thank you.
Careful, my good man, careful.
Before I log off X tonight, gotta stake my ether right. Say my name, you know my game. Crypto funk's my claim to fame. From the
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're feeling a little bit down, not feeling yourself lately, you just need a little bit more cowbell in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Sean, have you got me on the show here? All right, I hit the wrong button. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, pardon me. Sorry, that happens every once in a while. But my contract specifically says that I am not to be shown on screen. There's a conflicting thing, you know, that whatever lawyers do. Well, we don't need to make an issue out of it. I didn't mean to do it. I just accidentally hit the button. Sean, do you randomly hit buttons? Is that your goal? Well, I mean, eventually one of them's going to get you where you're trying to go, and that's just the way I look at life. I have no response to you, Sean. I'm leaving.
What is wrong with him? What did you say to him, Sean?
I don't know. Hey, let's play with this cowbell.
Stacking sets, I'm on the chase. Blockchains revving up my pace. Candle spike, I feel the thrill. Bitcoin's got my heart.
Habib, you're gonna have to do the announcements tonight.
Moon's in reach. Feel the beat.
You know, it makes me feel just a little bit nervous sometimes when I do that. But okay, I will try.
Pump it hot, it's me. Pump it, Bitcoin. Pump it, hit the moon. Pump it, oh. Pump it, zoom. Pump it, Bitcoin. Pump it, ride the groove. Pump it, oh. Pump it, zoom. Moonrise, I'm lifting you. Hands bold, my fire's true. BTC, it's my spark. Pump like the dark. Pump it.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, rodents and squirrels, get ready for the turkey. There's usually like an instantaneous effect there, man. You know, when somebody says something, like hit the button and then boom, you're there. But you've always got this pause going on. What's up with that, Sean? I'm always looking for that button.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button,
That's what she said.
thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. We're doing things a little bit early. I'm glad to have you guys here. All 8 of you. I love you. I just want to give you a great big hug. A little day. Hey. Don't let that golden brown skin just kind of... I know. I got the sexiest turkey legs out there, but hey, let's keep it real. Let's keep it platonic here. No more licking. No more licking. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, it sounds like that music is like hella loud there. Let me turn that down just a little notch in there. Welcome to the stream, taking a look at Bitcoin. It's second day in its uppity upness, being a higher high than this little high over here. And this little turkey likes that. Your boy's been a turkey tonight. I don't know. It loosens me up just a little bit more than the zombie guy. But man, this is a nice little come up from a low to a high, and then to a lower low, and to a higher high. That's right on par with this one. And I'm like, well, since you're there, I mean, you know, I'm like, help a brother out. I'm just saying, just come on up. Can't you do it? Is that the question in everybody's mind, or is she going to get finagled and coming down? Because I don't know if you haven't noticed, but over here in this little group thingy, over in the trade setups, where was it? Oh my gosh, was it over here? I'm lost. Anyway, hey, there's this place over here. I give up. This line right here. 93,817. Nailed it. This is being one of the big hiccups, pivot points. Now, there's a chance that, this being a pivot point, maybe she just bounces down and then we go along our merry way to the upside. Usually what I'm looking for is kind of a little bit of a reversal or pullback. When you get this AB, you'll see the move. That's what this target was. And, but we can now, if we wants to. I mean, we still got this other nice little area above us. Now, I'm not going to rule it out. It's looking kind of, she need to take a little breather before she try to run up there. But 96,460, it's on the table. It's on the table right now. It looks like we might need to take a little rest here with Bitcoin. Let her catch her breath out of that big move that we had to the upside. And did you like that? That was fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought that was, let's celebrate this moment before it fades away into oblivion. What goes up eventually comes down, unfortunately. So for you, Bitcoin, we bring out the fireworks. For you, Bitcoin. For coming from the depths of hell down here at 75,000, everybody is just freaking out. Do you remember how bad it was? It was bad. You felt that. And there was possibilities. There was hopes. There was lit up. There was hopes. But man, it was not fun. The whole, and then you see the whole market. I mean, what? And then here we are now. Hey, welcome to crypto. This is a good sign, folks. I like this. This is nice and healthy. We got a little trend line going on. If you don't mind me saying so myself, I'm always looking for them. I don't know. I like to take a copy of that, mirror that little sucker where I got the most little touches there. Looks like we're at an area of resistance if we're looking at a channel. If it be true that this wick area, these candle bodies and wick areas over here, I'll just lay right on top of it. I'll go to the top of the wicks if that area might also correspond with where we might be getting rejected off of also, as well as this magical Fibonacci. Now, some of the things that we can do, we can also figure out where we might pull back to. Hey, man. Are you telling me to short? I ain't telling you to do nothing. I'm just saying. Some people will be. That's what they you might be thinking about doing right here. It's not been a very successful one, and I'll tell you why. It's hard to do it. But if you were looking for a short, this would probably be an area to start. Hey man, I want to give it a try, and you still might feel a little bit behind. But it's hard because at the really good places where everybody, you know, you say, oh, wow, you nailed that top, man. If they didn't held it, man, kudos to them because it's hard. You got to watch just your ideas. It may be playing out. Oh, you got in, maybe you got in a little bit too late and then it goes against you or something. You know, it tries you. It's just like trying to get a good entry somewhere else on a long, right? You got to have a little conviction to keep it. Most people, hey man, somebody forgot to pay the light bill. What happened? I did not try to go to Pudgy Penguins. I did not want to know what happened. Sean, there's a ghost. Sean's under the table.
For those of you out there that have been
It's
hitting
the
that
ghost
like
of
button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
The ghost of Elvis, ladies and gentlemen. The ghost of Elvis, lady. Can we say hello to everybody before we get too far into these charts? Because, man, you know when I dive in, I just gotta, they take over me. I don't know. Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin, you're hanging on the precipice. Will you fall? How far will you fall? Would it be a good deal? Can we get on a good deal? Where are you, chat? We didn't pop you out yet. Hold on. I got you. It's coming. I promise. We got to switch this over from, we got to switch it over from this top chat. It always starts there for some reason. Scroll all the way to the top and we see that Joe. Hey, Joe. Joe's first on the comments, second on the like. I finally won. Hey, man. Congratulations, Joe. In your face, man. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna give you Moon Rocket. I'm gonna give you Moon Rocket. Yeah. Moon Rocket. We got Soul. How's it going, Soul? Floki's Angels. Love this, Soul. Man, I love that comment. That's an awesome comment. To you, my friend. I give Shakiro because her hips don't lie. Thanks, I just kind of fat fingered that button. Anyway. FG Motorsports. Hello, feeling a little low today. Hopefully a turkey kicks can pick me up. Yeah, maybe there's something going on in the air or something. A lot of people, I don't know. I think some people are a little sensitive today. I'm not sensitive. That's the word I'm looking for. A little. Yeah, there's something like, oh, what is that? What is that? Is that? It's like something hanging over your head sometimes. I'm with you, bro. Strong short so. How's it going? Just as awesome, the Moon Rockets. Yes, sir, my friends. Mon friends. Let's look at this 1 hour chart over here on Bitcoin. We got 13 people hanging out. What do you guys think about the 9:30-ish time frame? I'm just kind of flirting around with something ideas here. See what kind of cooks up a few times here. Throw that algorithm for a loop because it's got me thrown for a loop. I don't know how that little sucker works. Oh man, tablet, come on, start up. Don't give me a problem. Yes, all right, things are kind of almost working like they're supposed to. Skip that survey, man. All right. So we're at rejection areas, but yeah, there's a nice little area over here, man. I'm not saying we can't get there. We might. I don't know. But it is looking like, man, she needs at least a little rest or something. Now, one idea, we come down here, and I guess we'll go from here because we kind of used up this angle. Do candle bodies, and then there's a nice angle going on there. And it gives us some wiggle room, some areas that we might come down to. Will we break that? That's another one. Will we make an M top? I don't know, because Elliot will probably some kind of a 3 humps and a dump thing going on here. Elliot, what? Somebody stole my indicators. My indicators have disappeared. Elliot, I knew it. Oh, it's a bigger 5-wave. Look at you. You've been 5-waving my channel here, Elliot. Elliot been copying my chart. That's what. Look, she also suggests that. Wow. Hey, I wasn't trying to get that boomer. I wasn't trying to get that out there yet, Elliot. You just going to throw it out there, man? You think, really? Well, all right. Well, Elliot just kind of spilled the beans and everything. Looks like we might be coming down, and Elliot thinks maybe 87,000 at the bottom of the channel. That I drew the channel, by the way. That's my line there, Elliot. He dumps down to Fibonacci areas, and that's a 618 Fibonacci down there. There's Fibonacci and Elliot wave too. It's kind of weird, but there's Fibonacci everywhere. There's several different applications of Fibonacci I found, and some of them are very interesting. Wait, Elliot, I'm just trying to turn Elliot off. I didn't mean to turn him on, but it doesn't take much sometimes. You know what I mean? So he's saying we're at an ABC correction to the downside, and we could be coming down to these little areas. Now, me, I'm just like a little fib from the low to the highs, and you know, this is basically kind of the same thing. Is it the same thing, Elliot? Did you say that one? We got different numbers here, so Elliot. So yeah, we're gonna argue about where to pull and this and that, but basically, all the way down at the bottom of the channel would be about 87,900, and that'd be a juicy spot to fill my bags full of more Bitcoin before it starts exploding up to areas that I'm like, dang, that's getting up expensive. I don't know if I can. Wish I'd bought more when it was 88,000 than 110. Oh my gosh! Oh, that burns, man. You know, I had this chance back and coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's don't be that person. Let's don't be that person this time. Well, I could have. I should have. I would have. But I never did. So, this is kind of what she's doing up here. That's a weird ass. I mean, I know lots of people calling different things over here, trying to squeeze head and shoulders and whatever you can make out of it. The best explanation that I could probably, I'm just the one I'm going to give you, is that we were following this trend line and it broke it and then went underside of it. That made it an internal trend line, and I look for those for rejections. Now, in a bear market, you usually see, woo, you break a trend line, then boom, down you go, baby, really quick. Usually, you know, when the bear market's happening, and you kind of get used to that, and then it starts changing a little bit, and then they start riding underneath it, man, riding that leg. A little leg rider, and in this case it made a higher high, but eventually we started, if you haven't noticed, we've been making lower highs. We're on a downward trend right now, ladies and gentlemen. We made a lower low there. Here on the smaller time frames, Bitcoin is starting a downward trend at this area, where that, oh my gosh, why is there that line there? If only it were bigger so everyone could see it. Oh my gosh, is that the line we put out here that I'm sorry. No, I'm playing. It's just an area of resistance. Fibonacci. It was just an area of resistance. It can. There are reports of times when they pull back a little bit and then they just say screw you, buddy. I'm going up, but they're supposed to be bearish. It was a bearish AB equals CD thing that we talk about in the chart school thing, in the YouTube membership, $3 membership thing over there. That's the thing I'd look for, or one of the things that I look for. And then, you can draw trend lines lots of places. You got other trend lines are coming that we're trying to figure it out there, and said, hey man, look, she might be coming down here. Then Elliott Wave had to go and just tell us how the book of, had to give away so just go ahead and spill the beans, Elliot. The 87, 89, or 90 could be coming here for Bitcoin. Hope it don't disappoint y'all. What does that mean for altcoins? Is probably what most of us are kind of wondering. What does that mean for my Shiba Inu? They get a little bit of a pullback, but I'm telling you, man, that's a good move that's impressive for altcoins. In my personal opinion, everything kind of revolving around Bitcoin dominance. What it do, what the dollar do, what they do, but when Bitcoin dominance does this thing and it goes to the upside, altcoins don't like that too much, and we get some moves out of them, but it's Bitcoin that's getting the big move, So we're just getting a pullback right now. I see areas of possible support. Look at the glass half full. I mean, it's a lot better than where it was down here because that sucked, man. A couple weeks ago in altcoins, I'd look in and I don't know why I'm in it. I don't. I swear there were $500 in that portfolio and now it's 15 cents. Explain how that happened. How did that happen? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Road to Crypto. All 12 of you here a little earlier at night. It's 9:49, not exactly late night, exactly where I'm at. And probably if you're a little west of me, then you're like, gosh darn it, this turkey, it's dinner time, and this turkey's calling it late night. Time is relative, is what Albert Einstein said. Let's go over here to Bitcoin dominance on a bigger thingy thing, because I think I want to look at it on a bigger picture kind of scale, or a bigger scale kind of picture. Yeah. Look at that nice little bounce off of this little trend line. We just draw imaginary trend lines from places to places. Actually, there's a method to that madness. But Bitcoin dominance looks to me like she's getting a little bit of support there. I'm just saying, it's like them puppies she won't let them little puppies run free and flop down. We've been begging for some floppy Bitcoin action, but nope. They're pumping them suckers full of silicone right there to the upside. That looks Buddha's AF to me, to tell you the truth. That's not going to be great for altcoins. I don't mean to be a bummer, but have you been taking profits on the way up? That was the game plan we talked about. This right here, my friends, is total 3. That's most of our altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, because we say, oh, those are too big. Who cares? Let's look at what all the other altcoins in the big old conglomerate cookie box looks like. And the general shift is, hey man, this is also at one of them areas that we'll probably get a pullback if nothing else, right? So, better for a remain we come back, my friend. Well, there are several ways that we can look at this little mess that we're in right now. And all of them would have their merits. I will just say. I'm looking for about 790 being very reasonable. No matter where you pull your fib at. Some people like to pull them out in the grocery stores, right there. In the grocery section in Walmart. Have you no shame? Pull your Fibonacci out. Helen, cover your eyes. Are you swinging that Fibonacci? Oh, okay. We got that one. We could also look at this impulse move. Some people do it that way. Did you know? If you go from swing low to swing high, it can tell you where you might want to buy. And the area that we just put at, is also corresponds with an area we would probably look at here. 0.5 pull back from a big impulse move. The rule of thumb is a 50% pullback. So there you go. That's kind of cool. Right. There's so many ways to get to the same point, ladies and gentlemen. That's the point of the show, point of the thing. Just spread a little bit of love. Put a little love in your heart, everybody. You just gotta open your eyes and look and see this. You can look at this in many different ways. A falling wedgie that's breaking to the upside. That's a positive thing. We got Miss Lucy the Devil and her cohorts over here, the 800 moving average, barely going to give us some resistance, because who said getting to heaven's going to be an easy route? You're going to have to fight our way up there to make this a little higher high. Over here, $858 billion, and we're just sitting at $809 billion right now. That's a mess of money to be coming in, and I dare say that we'll probably come down before we go up. And if we don't, then hey, more power to them altcoins, right? Let's take some more profit. But we still got probably, through the ebbs and flows of this one little trend line, that can go for maybe another week or so. The possibilities of seeing all that good juicy money come in before it starts, throwing us back down, maybe back to these areas. I don't know where it would throw us back. We'll worry about that then after we start stacking up some of that stable coin, because if there's any coin that you need in your life, it's stable coin. Get your stable coin today. I recommend that you get some stable coin. You need some stable coin in your life? Look at your wallet. Are you a little bit light on stable coin? You might need just some stable coin. That's been your public service announcement today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me come over and say hello to everybody in the chat. I think it's time for us to start looking at some altcoins. Are you ready? It's the coffee, and it's early. In just a moment, the Geritol will kick in, or maybe that was the Geritol. We got short. There's this microphone that keeps going right in my mouth. Well. Caspa is about to do the fastest. Is about to be the fastest chain in crypto, starting in 18 days. I hope it gets a lot of hype and starts pumping my Caspa bags. MG Motorsport says time works great for me. 11:30 a.m. there. Huh. Interesting. Noteworthy. Thank you very much for that. All right. I got a few coins we can take a look at now. The meme coins have been popping up, and this show may be considered a little lead-in because we might be looking at a little bit. Might be looking at a little more memes than other stuff. But we'll take a look at Solana, Tau. Want to take a look at Barachain as well, but the first one I think I want to take a look at. I want to take a look at Popcat. Popcat. Ooh, you almost hit my pay me here bucket. You almost hit my pay. You hit the. Did you go into the juicy love spot? See how this works? You just tapped my juicy love spot. I'm so disappointed that you didn't just dive into my juicy love spot. What? I mean, what have you got to do around here to get your juicy love spot? Just totally, you know, kind of. It just nibbled at my juicy love spot. And trying to shy away from my pay me here. Now that sounds like a typical outing right there. Typical Popcat. Yeah. All right, so she did come down and tickle our juicy love spot. Not just once, but twice. A little less on the second time because I don't know why it is, but sometimes it seems to be that way, don't it? Anyway. So we come over here and we draw a trend line and we follow the kitty cat. The little pop cat popped up and popped down and went to our line and decided I'm going to pop back up again and pop down because I don't want to go to the pay the man section of the store. All right, and the payment man section of the store is over here 41 cents. That is a 1.13 Fibonacci area that I'm just counting on to be a nice little place for it to pivot and reverse. Not so much this early here, Popcat. Get it? Come on now. Hey, Elliot. I'll bring Elliot into it. I can blame him if it doesn't go my way. See? Elliot? Hey, Elliot, what do you think about this? Dang, Elliot. Maybe we should hang around with Elliot a little bit more. Hey, you want to know something cool about it? Are you getting off subject? I'm getting off subject, but I won't remember it otherwise. I'll try to. This is as good as gone now. All right. Hey, Elliot. All right. Tell Joyce we said hey. So Elliot thinks the Popcat, after it keeps coming down a little bit, can get back up there again. I'm just saying. I didn't say it, but that's what Elliot's saying. And I'm just tattle-toweling like a... So we might get our 3 humps in a dump, but 3 humps before we get a dump out of this one. I like what I'm seeing here out of some of these coins. As we're starting to flip around here on the 4 hour, we're trying to get a flipping in on this. If nothing, goes sideways, catch a hike here, man. I don't know. We kind of just set camp here. Maybe we stick, build a little colony, have grandkids, whatever, and then send them all off to somewhere else. It'll take a minute before we kind of, terraform this little area so that we can go back to the upside. What the hell is this turkey talking about? It's the music, ladies and gentlemen. I swear it's the music. All right. But the interesting thing about Popcat is only getting started, ladies and gentlemen. The pond is just now beginning. Look at the juicy little areas we're in, dude. Anywhere below this line, 43 cents is technically a good spot to be in this. Believe it or not, you don't have to take my word for it. And I'm not trying. Are you trying to proselytize? Are you trying to evangelize Popcat? Do you belong to the Church of the Cat? No, there is a Church of the. Is it the chicken? There is smoking chicken. Wow. No resemblance here, though, right? Oh god, the chicken. There's no fish. There's no fish over here. Smoking chicken fish. Yeah. That one I think is doing pretty good too. A lot of the meme coins are doing good. That's what we're looking at. So there was a nice little trade idea going on here, and blah 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 whatever. But she can still get up there to 40. We got a measured move target at 43 cents. 41, 44, 45. Pay yourself through there, baby. Cut you off a little bit. She goes up higher, it's a bonus. But eventually she might come back down here and test some of these areas. You'll pile on some more. Whether it's this coin, maybe something else. That's just, doesn't have to do it. It's just, it's probably what I'm going to be trying to do with right now, because I like the idea of selling like a bag of Popcat when it's like $1.50 instead of like 32 cents or something. I'm just saying. Brett is another one that's on Coinbase, or where it got started on Coinbase. I think it's a little bit everywhere. Look at the perpetual futures. Oh my God, look at you. Tell me you didn't do it, man. Tell me. It did it. Yep. And I'm here on the daily, ladies and gentlemen. Drawing trend lines, going from one hump to the other hump, connecting these little dots here to those little dots there, and trying to figure out what is going on at this crime scene. Everything's pointing to you, lady in the red dress. I'm just saying. I see you over there. Don't try to look. It's her. I'm telling you. And the banana saw it all. All right, so we also connect lines over here. And what we have is a descending channel, if you will. Some people call it a descending wedge, a megaphone pattern, a bullish. Yet I say bullish channel, bullish megaphone, because the ones falling to the downsides are the best sides, the ones to start watching and looking for and finding some signs that they might be turning around or breaking trend lines. And if you caught that one down there in the Brett area. One other thing that we could have done there, ladies and gentlemen, is pulled us a big old Fibonacci and do our little thing only. We section off this area and say, man, I bet when it's about 5 cents, people are going to be wishing they bought it when it was 2.8 cents, right? Yeah. We say that a lot when we pull out that fib from a high to the low close. And it works its way up past those areas. Then eventually, oh, this one did good. I will say. I would dare say that she ain't finished to going until she gets right up about Ratio. And maybe Ratio. How far did you go down, darling? I can't see that. I can't see the other one coming into play. We will keep our eyes. I mean, she can go as high technically as she wants to. Don't get it twisted. But these are some likely targets just based on some math ratio kind of, spaceship junky geometric kind of, I don't know what it is. It's I don't know. Fibonacci. It's based on all that good stuff. 6265. Listen, you don't have to build an iPhone from scratch to use one, right? Okay, to benefit from it. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not your turkey, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up to an area that we've been to before, and can we get past it? That's the big thing. And ooh, did you? I'm going to call on this particular chart, which could vary from exchange to exchange. Let that be noted. Hey man, we might have a double top here. It might be a higher high on another one, or a lower high on another exchange. Amazingly, a lot of times they're really right on it with each other, but it can vary. Be aware. Put a little horizontal line right there. That sounds loud. And if we do go up past that, it may not. But we got these targets in case it does. And then we would look for hopefully a higher low coming out of this little guy. Coming back down to possibly this breakout area. Or maybe a little higher. Maybe this little lumpy hump over here at 4 cents. But Brett, she's at 5 cents right now when she was down at a low of 3 and nobody cared about her. And now Everybody's starting to talk about Brett again. You heard it? Hey, did you hear about Brett? Hey, have you seen Brett lately? Woo, Brett looked like she's getting ready to go somewhere. Brett looked mad. She looked pissed off. Brett, I don't know, whatever. I would be pulling my Fibonacci's from this high to that low and just kind of seeing where she might possibly go. The best one that I would look for right here would be about 7.5 cents. That looks juicy. And then maybe up to a dime. From a dime to 13 cents, she will probably, or it will probably have a hard time as we kind of digest. How are we going to handle this trend line area that got broke? How are you going to explain that to grandma? And, you know, so they got to figure all that. So it'll take a minute at that point. That will be an obstacle, but hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right? Until then, she's going up and she may bump her head soon and then come back down. And if you want her then, you know, this may feel like sloppy seconds, but that's probably your best bet. I'm just saying. No need to offend. Hey, Chad, anybody that's left? 19 people. Here's that song that always gets me there. It gets busy. And don't forget Andy. We would never forget Andy. Or Barney. Or Aunt B. Who is affectionately referred to as Mom MacD here. And she brings the good liquor. All right. So says, what's the pros and cons of your hobby? I get calluses on my right hand. Caspa is about to be the fastest. Oh, we read that already. I read that like I was reading the news, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget Andy Eth. It seems like I heard that earlier. I'm hearing things again. Well, I don't want to forget about Andy Eth. Let's go take a look at Andy Eth. Is this right though? If I do Andy ETH USD, okay, don't want to go Poloniex. I don't have very much liquidity over there. I used to trade over there like a couple of cycles ago. It and Bittrex. So trend line broken and higher low. That's looking good. We got this area right over here targeted. Let's see if it's still relevant because let's just I don't know when I looked at this. That's been a while. That might have been a month ago. Things change. But let's see, what was that? That was where we caught here. And then a possible lower one, maybe? I might have been looking for a pivot. I'm sure I was looking for a pivot one. They're white. Well, let's see what we got going on. Did we make a higher? Yes, we did. We made a higher high. So that signifies that, hey, man, we're trying to change the trend. And I feel comfortable going from a swing high to a swing low on this little guy. Feeling comfortable that, hey, man, we'll take this as a bottom side. My Fibonacci's. Yeah, that's okay. I could say that they could look a little better, but hey, we'll work with what we got here and put our little horizontal line there. We will regroup. Take another measurement here. From this one that kind of kicked us down on this downward rounding slide to the downside where we could be making a nice big butt crack. The old butt crack pattern. We'll get to that in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to pull the pants off too quick. I gotta draw a red line right here, which is not cooperating with me. There you go, red lines. Now this Fibonacci lines up pretty dang gosh darn well, if I do say so myself, and we got some lovely targets ahead of us to look forward to. Some areas of resistance, but I guess what really matters is from here to there. How many percentages can we make off? Ooh. Andy ETH, wait, whoa. When was this? That was February. Now that's been a while. We'll get back where we were in February though. That's doable. That's doable. You telling me we could double up? We could double up. It's got to be ballsy getting right up here now. You got to be working on your recovery. I don't know if your butt crack can go up that high. That's all I'm saying, Andy on ETH. Usually a 382 is a good butt crack area. You might go to a 0.5, but I don't know if you got the butt crack in you to do that. What do you think, Chad? Do you think Andy O'Neill can make a good butt crack to get up there before it comes back down to make the other cheek? 'Cause I'm looking for they all try to do some kind of butt crack. If they're rounded, look for a butt crack. Just as a general rule, ladies and gentlemen, a general rule. Hey man, somebody took that red line. I know I put it there. We better bring that back. There is a return charge. Or a failure to return charge. Return charge wouldn't make sense, would it? That would defeat the purpose of you returning it. Next little area that we need to, kind of throw out here because we're just going to be anal about it. Oh, it's not anal. Seriously though, I like these. These are our 3/8 or 2/36 Fibonacci's. Like this one, but this one's from a bigger scale. This one's a great area, so that's why I'm confident. I think that we can get back here. 0.0001155. That's a pretty good come up from even where we are now. Not suggesting you go dive in on this daily candle because you could probably save some money if you don't. 150% gains all the way up there. Next to our next little target though is only 14%, and this is a nice little accumulation area. I would look for, you're doing to take this step by step. Just take it step by step, darling. You'll be okay. She got to figure out how she's going to do. She'll probably make a little pattern over here, come down, make a heart. You see them do this a while. You kind of just do, okay, all right, let her do it. I don't know exactly what, she does a little thing like that, and then we start going. Not saying it's going to play out exactly like that, but a lot of times it does. Kind of something. In other words, save profits on your way is up, baby, and buys more on the way back down. If you're riding this train, choo-choo, you might be looking, oh, that would be nice. Can you do it? I don't think you get up there right now, but I don't know. I might be totally disappointed here. Oh my God, let's quit speculating. Let's just put some targets out and see if they get hit. What is it up here? That's about 68% to Andy ETH. That looks kind of cool. Let's come down the smaller time frame because, hey man, why not? Swallow the potion, shrink down. Because welcome to the tea party. She could be coming down for a little bit of a retest. If she is in the sideways channel here, which, they just kind of wave out here. It might not come all the way back down to there. She is kind of deviate here just a little bit. She's got that little deviant blood in her. You can see that little twinkle in her eye when Johnny comes over from school on this motorcycle. All right, so I like what I'm seeing here. Basically, we got our moving averages, ladies and gentlemen, trying to race up against one another, crawling over one each other bullishly as they can get right now. We see that the 9, the green one, the red, the 21 one, the blue, which is the 50, blah blah, numbers over numbers, crossing that 200 moving average, and 100 getting ready to color concern. Come on, baby, get a little pullback, maybe come down to this little area, retest this top over here. Will that make sense? Well, this little area here, and then see if you can bounce from there, baby. Bounce for me. The turkey is wild tonight, apparently. It's the music, ladies and gentlemen. I'm blaming it on the music. Hey, you guys remember Tao? Do you guys remember doing Trump coin? I just want to take a brief look at that one. So that one went crazy. So now there's an announcement that Trump coin holders, I don't know how many you got to hold, but you can qualify for having dinner with Trump. So I guess it gives it some kind of utility or something. That sucker went all the way up to $16. I told you it's the music. It's the music. So, Trump coin trying to do a little something. I look for it to come on back down to be testing these there, at least 1120, retest that area, if not a little bit more. She made it up to the 0.5, or he made it up to the 0.5. Yeah! I think we put out a video on this little thing a few days ago, ladies and gentlemen. I think we did, and gave a few of them little targets there. Or was that yesterday? Oh my God, you forgot. Let's move on from this senior moment, if you will, and let's take a look at Tao. BitTensor. Good old BitTensor. I want to zoom out on BitTensor to the daily just so we can appreciate all that big old come up. Wow, look at BitTensor. So the people that bought here, you know, at $700 are saying, let's go, BitTensor. Yeah, we're rocking. I got some big targets over here, but I want to draw new targets because I don't know, they're just fun to redraw. Let's back up and see what they did. Did anything hit yet? I know not yet that I got. Cause it ain't worth it. No. Let's I just like to go over this little process as much as I can, ladies and gentlemen. Get out the good areas. 380. There we go. Yeah, I got this nice little zone that we can be headed to. And we could fine tune it if we wanted to. Down to this little guy, and that's probably what we were doing right there. Actually, I would. If you're playing a tight game, then I would recommend pulling your fibs from there down to here. If your game's a little bit more relaxed, I recommend you go with the bigger one so you can get that bigger profit up there, baby. That's coming in at this 886 Fibonacci right here. It's going a little bit past our 618. Will you do it? Can you get past this 0.5 area? Why is he always talking in decimal numbers? I guess it is jargon. That jargon turkey. That turkey jargon. You got a trend line right here that we seem to have broken out of. She's got a bit of a wick there, so that's kind of cheating. No, we're still got an official breakout, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess if you want to get ballsy and go from wicks to whatevers, you can get a nice little spread on them cheeks that could take you. Oh, did I do something wrong? That's impressive. Why that one takes us up here to this nice little pivot area for the old Fibonacci's. That's, hey Tal. Yeah, we'll be at $539 by could that be? That's a target, but that's kind of woo. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. Just I wouldn't expect it to be like tomorrow or the next day or probably the day after that, or maybe for a while. If you did want to draw a trend line to give you a guesstimate of when it might hit, it suggests that maybe somewhere in June we start looking at what price action might do in some hypothetical channel that it may or may not, even respect all the way up to there, maybe into May. We can do some stuff like that. We can have fun with that. What really matters is what price action is doing right now, though. Where's it going, baby? Up here to pivot on us? Or are you going to be a pivoter? So 370, 387, 456. It looks like some good little areas to pay attention to for Tau. Let's go nail you. Nail you some today. Some good areas. These areas over here, 459. If you can get up there, that's a good area to short or take profit on. Man, you just throwing them all out there. It's worse than what it was, John Boy. I'm sorry, man. Got too many numbers out there, brother. 428, 420. What? Oh my gosh. You guys. Stop it, Sean. Woo! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody got the fire extinguisher out and just decided they would hose this all down. All right, so we might be getting a little breakout there and going to the upside. I like it. Kind of cool, Tal. Let's keep it a pumping. That's a nice little start. Let's go. Let's keep it up. How about that fart coin? You guys been playing that fart coin? Might as well look on the futures. It's all about this. Look at that beautiful cup and handle to the upside. Hadn't we made its handle? We just projecting it because you can see it with your subconscious mind. All right. That's a nice little scallop pattern right there. That little sucker might be running into some a little resistance here soon, though. We're fourth. Oh, you already did. Well, good for you. Take all the thunder away from my pronouncement then. All right, so We got this over here about 147 coming up, 0.5 Fibonacci. Dare I say the 618s? A lot of people, it's their favorites and what they always expected, but I say at some points in the markets, there's a few others that get respected just a wee bit more. Right now is the 0.5s. Kind of taking the limelight a little bit. Don't neglect them 618s. They're still very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. But 147, 176, if we do want to continue this gravy train to the upside, which we looks like we might. We've got a good chance. Total 3 says, hey, man, we need to take a look at others. You remember others? Hey, others. Did we just say Fartcore is going to go up to where? Oh, man. I think I was channeling somebody. What? For real, for real? Did you say that? Did those words come out of your mouth? For real? I'm having to double check myself. Let me put your line up right there. That's our 382 Fibonacci. You gonna get past it, or you gonna get rejected there? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Keep her on. That's a nice little scallop. She can come back down. Well, this could be a butt crack, bro. We know. Who keeps talking about butt cracks, Helen? I don't get it. We do talk about butt cracks here. How about this guy? Somebody put a video out saying this week we can go back to 2.3 cents. This is XCN, and I was looking for it to possibly come up here and then come back down to about this juicy 13 or 1.3, 1.4, 1.5-ish cent area. Where's my actual chart? You're not here? Somebody stole my chart. Helen? I'm going to go from swing high. Don't do it, Daddy. Don't do it. Please don't do it. To swing low. Somebody stop him. He says. And yeah, you'd say it's a flag. I'm sure people are saying it's a flag and it's breaking out. That can be valid. That can. I'm not going to argue with that. Flag to the upside. There. Would you take it from the wikis, or would you take it from somewhere else? Most of the flags don't play out to their full potential there, but we will take the full wiki. I got to make this one a little bit smaller and a little bit less intentional there. And we will also take basically from the line down there and put that at the breakout. That's a little bit more sensible. That one does come into get rid of the big one. A mercy received. How's it going? Fartcoin has a beautiful cheek spin of a crack. It should, shouldn't it? It should. So a flag to the upside could just get us to our 618 area, which would kind of be what we look for the smaller wedge anyway. That looks cool. What was this? Oh, this is XCN, right? It can. I'm still not. Am I convinced that we're not going to come back down? I'm not convinced that the lower areas that we're looking at aren't going to hit either, though. In other words, just because we got a green candle day doesn't mean that, hey man, we're off the hook for the other places we might be pulling back to. That's all I'm saying, yo. I mean, look at it this way. What if we fib it out this way? She went up to her rejection point 786, man. That's rejection area, man. She's not holding it. She's not holding the 7. She's not holding the 618. She's coming down, man. She's coming down. She might be coming down here as low as right there. The areas. Hey, that's the same areas I was looking for. Yeah, I'm gonna put them back on here. Hey, man. So I do like these possible areas as a good place to catch this guy. I just gotta say. And I'm going to say something about it right there. I'm just going to put it over here. Buy zone. Nice buy zone. Nice sell zone right up here. What would that be if it just comes down and tickles our buy zone like happened last time? Because we didn't get that full pound, and remember we started out with I wanted to get all wrapped up in it, but no, it's just that's it. Oh, pay me. Anyway, I'm looking for that little tool, aren't you all? Where are you, measurement tool? This one right here. I'm looking for this guy to go from buy zone if it comes down and tickles us. That would be 110% gains to get up here to 3.3 cents. I'm like, okay. And that's kind of cool, man. I'm just saying, that's pretty nice. Especially if you've been working on growing this little guy when she was down in some lower areas. This was juicy. Yeah, you can see some multiples coming from that little sucker. So 3.3 cents. Maybe she'll make it up to 5 cents again. That would be awesome. So there's a lot of things she could do. She could double top. She could go higher. Let's see. But she might come down before she goes up to that area. I'm just saying. Things are looking very interesting. Looking very good here on the 4 hour. I like the flipping that is starting to occur here, if you will, on these moving averages. They are starting to flip-flop all over each other, just stepping all over each other's toe, chasing that price action, saying, come back, baby, I'm not done. That didn't sound right, but we're going to keep going on like nothing happened. This is the show that you watch at night. All right, so let's just draw us a new trend line with our new touch areas and hope for the best. And as long as we're close to that trend line, we've got a possibility of a good little entry. And my personal opinion doesn't have to be yours. But if we come down here, I'm looking at you too. How do you explain dropping out of your trend line and going, I don't want to spend 30 minutes going over that and doing something else. Let's just, we got a trend line. Let's ride it. We may not ever get this nice buy zone, okay? I'm good with that. And I'll say, you suck, road dog. You said it's coming. Nevertheless, it is still a nice buy zone. Moving on. Hey, let's come back to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. The voices in my head are being kind of mean. Haven Peck says, I love micro caps and small market cap coins too. Oh, they're fun. They can be fun. Oh, we got some requests here. Let me see it. I went over PopCap, Brett, Tao. This one. We did Fartcoin too, didn't we? Oh, I've not done sweet. Did we look at Trump? I think we looked at Trump too. Let's see what we got over here. What do you say? Let's see. Let's take a look. Okay. Haven said, my play is based Fartcoin, but it's not performing near as well. But I got $250,000 for nothing. Hey. Free stuff is the best stuff sometimes. Well, that's cool. I got a couple that were given to me that turned out really good too from what I do over on Stacks or X Wallet with the Stacks blockchain and all that stuff. I don't understand quite everything going over there, ordinals and runes and all that stuff, but there was a nice airdrop over there. It's nice when those come and they turn into something. Most of them. Then I got a bunch over there that are all these little, and it's unknown base too. A bunch of these little coins are just, I don't know, just a bunch of trash. Sometimes they move though. XCN is like a coin with a growing cult following. People even talking about it in Bitcoin only places. I think they're somehow tying themselves to Bitcoin too. I'm not sure. I need to go look a little bit deeper there. Seems like there was I remember hearing something like that, but I don't want to. Do you like over easy eggs? I do. The voices in my head being kind of mean. Law legend. Hey, there's Bullish on Parade. How's it going, man? All right, let's take a look at a few coins here. I want to take a look at, you guys remember Render, right? Are you doing better, Render? Well, this was the buy zone that we did a big W through and did not nail it. Apparently we didn't nail it, Helen. I want a refund. You told me that you would nail it. I said no such thing. I know nothing but the fact of my own hammer. It hurts. I don't know. It's a hammer. Let's move on to something else. Pretend that nothing ever. We call this bottom right here. There it is. We called it. That looks like a bottom. We called the bottom. Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember, there's the bottom that we called. A lot of people claim to call the bottom just by saying, hey man, that looks like a bottom that happened there. Oh, we called that bottom, dude. I see that happens a lot here on YouTube sometimes. Not a lot. I mean, some people are good and good and honest about what they do. Some people just, man, I don't know. Anyway, that's a nice double U formation there, which should be a bottom formation. And for if you follow the rules of the pattern trade errors or lots of other rules, it would tell you that it would be getting past that would then be how you can confirm your bottom. Because you cannot confirm a bottom until you make a higher high. I'm just saying. Technically that's not confirmed until you it's not a bottom if you're still in a trend to the usually kind of. I feel like I keep repeating myself. Anyway, she did make a higher high, so that's a bottom. Look, we called it. Called that bottom. What? I think we even pinched it. I wouldn't doubt if we pinched it. Let's go pinch it now. You want to pinch it? That just looks so pinchable. I can't help it. Pinch it. That should be illegal. Take that away, mister. I will bring out the turkey foot. Don't make me bring out the turkey foot. Turkey foot's not moving, man. Turkey foot's not moving. Whoa, we got the turkey foot. What the hell am I watching, Helen? Change the channel. 22 people. Thank you for being here. This is Render, and it's starting to make. Are you making a higher high? Or are you just coming up and testing this little area right here? So far, we're just coming up and testing this area, brushing up against it very gently, very erotically, I might add, too. Maybe something will become of it, or maybe it will be rejected and have to go find another angle to reapproach this level. I don't really know, man. If we're looking at the W, we would be coming back down to retest that W, and that's one good theory. However, there would be another school of thought, and then I think that it's Socrates behind this one and not Plato. Well, that would say, yes, but the trend line carrieth it down here. And therefore, we would be looking for 365. And then there is that little Netherlands below that maybe she travels down to the bottom of the trend line. And then we all look at each other and say, well, which ones are going to be? And like, no one knows. And like, shut up, Yoda. That's not what the hell we want to hear. We want to know exactly where price is going to go so we can capitalize on it. And all I know is that as long as it keeps walking the line like Johnny Cash, it ain't going nowhere near there. But once it crosses that line, they're going to chase it down like a hound dog. Boot and scoot and bookie, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. What the hell is this turkey talking about tonight? I swear, this is my coffee, Sean. This stuff is so good. I made it from that filter I picked up in the driveway. Oh, that explains the tangy dog pee. All right. So Humpty humps. How many humps can we get out of this? Do we get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? She's looking kind of strong as long as she holds that trend line, baby. I think you're doing pretty good on Render. What the hell did this turkey tell me? Did he tell me anything? The plus side. Oh, he's just making me dizzy over this chart thing. You got a lot of bears crosses going on over here, mister. I wouldn't get my hopes up too far just yet. If you are making a double, would you stop scrolling the screen for gosh sake, Sean? Stop it. Well, let me move the mouse. All right, there we go. Jeez. It's hard to be picky when your help is free. So if you're looking at this idea right there, we can take a measure move and get a nice little target area. Well, just go right there and pop it up right on top, and that just takes us to an area. I'm not saying that it will nail it to the penny or anything like that. That gives us just a good area. A good little fluffy cloud zone to look at. Hey, man. Right up here. Please notice that he did not take it and then put it up to a bookmark target or any other target or just anywhere up, anywhere. He respected the length of that move as best as sloppily as he did take it. At least he did respect it and not move it. I don't know where that come from, ladies and gentlemen, but that was an advertisement. All right, so 585 would be our measure move area. That would be a little fuzzy zone. That's how you got to look at it. You got to look at a measure move as like a little cloudy zone there. So give or take a little 574 maybe, or up to 590. That's a little spread there. We're trying to do it so you think you'd be right. We're trying to find places that could actually sell something and make a profit. And it's a fuzzy little zone. And if it gets tied up as on the specifics, you might miss the bulk of the moveth. That is for all the newbies out there. Newbies have to hear that. I'm just saying. Newbies have to hear that. Where are you, Measurement 2? Are you worth doing anything here, man? Measurement 2, you left me. Oh, look, you just came back to my trend line, man. This might be a juicy place to get in. Maybe. Is that 30% gains? Is it worth it? It could do it. It's a risky play, though, because you're up toward the upper echelons of the atmosphere, ladies and gentlemen, where you can fall down the most. You're walking toward the top of you're on the upper floors of the building, ladies and gentlemen. If you decide to take the stairs down, well, hope they don't push you when all them bears come chasing behind you. So she might have one more move in it. It's hard to tell right now. Things look good, but trend line. Chat broke the trend line. But my little thing is, hey man, that might be an area to jump in on a little trade if you are that little risky DJ. At least you could set a tight stop loss here. Might even set one below here, 420. He said 420. You know, if it goes below 420, it ain't going to stay high anymore. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen, all week. I keep ChatGPT on the moment, second by second. You better be glad you wrote that, ChatGPT. Let's come out and check out a different chart. I'm gonna check out Cardano. Cards that sound so fun rolling off the top of my turkey tongue. Cardano. I want to know the futures of Cardano. What's them futures doing? 23 people hanging out with me can put up with my silliness because I am off the chain stupid tonight. I'm telling you. And it's just the coffee. I promise. The 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 dump, dump, dump. What are you trying to do, Cardano? You definitely at the resistance. Last time you were there, you kind of at least came back halfway through that channel, so we could at least expect something like that. Seems like you've been there once or twice before, haven't you? The truth comes out. You can't hide it from me, Cardano. I'll track you down. I'm the forensic fibinator. The forensic fib tracer. The forensic and I'll find something. Chat GPT, what do you say? I think you just like to play with your fibs and you just put them out just to show them up. That's all the rainbow colors. Okay. Hey man, looks like you might be coming down to this. I would be expecting this 382 area. That's just with me, but I don't always get my way. But if I had my way, and if I could say, well, that's where it would come down to, I would say, this is where it's going to come down to. But more than likely, it'll probably say, screw you, road dog, man. I'm going to hang out up here and make you look like an idiot. And so that happens a lot too. So I call them both now. So I'm right both times, or not, or something. I don't know. However you want to interpret that, ladies and gentlemen. Meet me at the halfway house. That's the next single being released over here at 67.9. I might as well say 68 cents is where we could come down to, and we're hanging at 69.5, and like, yay! Woo! Now the 64.5, that might be something. This is on the 4-hour chart, people. 4-hour chart. Oh my God, this is like watching Cardano. Has always been like watching paint dry. I don't know what it is, but it always. When I think about somebody saying, "Hey man, it's like watching paint dry," I said, "Oh, you mean it's like trading Cardano?" We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? Okay, yeah. Going to have a lot of high expectations, but just kind of be kind of. Oh, that was cool. Hey. I remember Cardano was 4 cents. Glad to see it. It's not anymore. I mean, that's some cool areas. But she's on possibly a slow burn down from 69 cents all the way down to here. Of course, it'd be nice if I had some more history, I guess. Maybe we should get a full picture here. There we go. Isn't that the same thing? Oh, this is what I'd be doing. 67 cents. Tell me it's not so. Bingo and a bango. You can look at this turn on here, taken from these candle bodies, laid on top of these bodies. Very nice. Watch it hugs up there and right next it gets them, and not in area 1. Human resources complaint was filed. I don't know how it happened, but then we started popping a little bit, pushing a little bit against the button right there. You know what I'm saying? Got smacked down twice, got smacked down right back down here. We just went right back to it. Finally gave in. We started putting a little dinger to it and came up here to about 72 cents. Whew, that was a mouthful. That was a nice little flip-flop of this line and a retest. That's one way to look at it. There's lots of ways that you could look at that, but me taking from where that's where the first line I'd start, and that's the next stop. That was this right line there. Oh wow, let's continue the line on. Hey, it respects it, and you know, without changing it, without every time it makes a move. Oh well, then this is the line. Oh well, then this is the line. Oh then, well then I guess if that's what we're doing, then this is the line, right? But that doesn't tell me as much as what we really started out with over here, down here. And these little secondary little trend lines and angles and dangles and things. They kind of speak to me sometimes in between the ears sometimes. It keeps me up at night, ladies and gentlemen. I say, turn the stove off. I'm like, no, I'm too tired. That's why we got sprinklers. We don't have sprinklers. I shouldn't be joking around about stuff like that. That's not funny. That's probably not funny. Hey, look, you can get a hopium here and look at a breakout channel. It'll take us up to these nice little Fibonacci reversal areas, which I like. I'm going to play this little target. That's at 79, almost 80 cents, and that is a hope and a dream for Cardano. And maybe in the next 3 months, it might actually get up there and touch that little guy. That's one of many ways to look at this little guy. I actually don't have any Cardano right now. So here's what we're working with now. You're at a resistance area, so we could be doing it. Seriously, it could be a slow move up there. It's like, you're thinking, oh, we're going to go straight up there. Like, no, they're going to jerk you around all summer. They jerk you around all summer up until May to get up there, and then have to come down and do something during summer. So that's what I did. Doesn't it? I don't know. I'm speculating. I shouldn't do that. My bad. But the channel idea, yeah, you'll stay in the channel until it decides to go one way or the other. I always hate when I heard somebody say that, but it's true. There's no other way to say it. It's just like somebody saying, it is what it is. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Right there you go. Maybe 79 cents, but she's getting some rejection over here, and she may take it personally, come back down to this area about 67, 68 cents. Oh, there I say a little bit in that area. Can you get down to 65? She can get the blues and go down as low as she wants to, maybe, but what goes up comes down. We bounce around. And that's how babies are made. All right, let us take a look, if you don't mind,
Satoshi's tease, I'm free. Lambo time, riding high.
That's Solana. A lot of people looking at Solana. They think it's kind of nice. They say it's kind of sexy. She's hanging out at 149 right now. Put on a few pounds since we talked to her last time. I tried not to say that too loud, at least not in her presence anyway. I know she's a little bit sensitive to it. Remember when she was a mere 30 over there, 130 hanging out. But nothing what she looked like as frail as she was at 105 or even at 118. Very, very thin, very spindly there. But wow, man, she's been, I don't know what she's been stuffing in that pie hole there, but definitely getting a little beefy there, Solana. Where you headed toward? 160, 180? Get a little hefty here, aren't we? Come on. That's nothing wrong with it. It does look sexy on you. Pump my bags, baby. I'll get you another pork chop right now. Oh my God, we're going to lose subscribers here. I don't know where this stuff is coming from, ladies and gentlemen. It's the music, I'm telling you. Or Gary Gensler. I blame it on Gary Gensler. What? Let's zoom out. That's always when everything looks all screwed up and what the hell is going on here? Zoom out. Put it out. Don't, or let the motherfucker burn. That's a nice little hiccup where that line intersects. I like it on that chart. That's cool. I'll take that. Still. So we had trend lines that fell and did their little thing, and then kind of things change. I bet some GAN English would be fun to play on that. Anyway, so now we're kind of running out of places to put little trend lines and be kind of, oh man, that's it. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have horizontal support and resistance, which is over here. They're saying, hey man, you're heading toward the Andes Mountains right as we speak. Are you prepared for your voyage, or will you have to come back? Pack a few more things on your shoulder, head and shoulder, before you head out to go conquer the new mountains to the upside. And she can probably get rejected over here pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. Just saying. I would put a little Fibonacci from here to downhill, and I'll be looking at this little area that we have marked out, especially this one right here, that 161 area. Between betwixt it and the 162, 169. If we are fortunate enough to get there, we may not. If we're trying to do that head and shoulders thing, it's going to take a nosedive somewhere around here, so that we can get some semblance. I've been wanting to say that word all day. Thank you for letting me say semblance. Shout out to you guys. Semblance. Semblance. Not semblance. Semblance. It's that semblance. The semblance. Take the semblance. The semblance. What were we saying besides semblance? Ah, crap. Anyway, we got a trend line, and hey, man, that's cool. Maybe it can carry us up to these areas, maybe at 170 or somewhere through there. But that would give us a different idea for, well, head and shoulders and shoulders, head and shoulder ride it. But there's other ideas to look at. We're cool with, man. Hopefully she don't come down and try to make some kind of double bottom down here. That would scare the bejesus out of more people again. Solana through the upside. Look, the 200 moving average is sitting at 180. She's fair game. She's fair game. She's out there by herself. Let's go get her. Oh, you might get a charge for that, mister. Then we also have this 1.13 Fibonacci here at 191 in case she gets a little rambunctious and says, screw y'all, man. Y'all don't tell me what to do. If I wants to go, I wants to go. And so I'm looking at that for the really rambunctious Solana. Just in case it happens. You never know. She might find something on the sidewalk or something. Hang out with the wrong people. I don't know. Catch on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, the turkey has cooked tonight. He's just acting silly AF. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're just having fun, and we are looking seriously at the charts, just trying to figure some things out. Mostly trying to look for areas to take profits, or maybe an area to get in on a pullback. Things do look to me like we might be getting a pullback, especially let's check on Bitcoin here. How you doing, Bitcoin? You still coming back down, honey? You're still getting rejected over there, sweetie, at that little... Hey, was that a top we called? This little area over here that we're saying is a pivot area, because this is what happens. This is a good pivot area, man. But that's also a good sign of how strong it is, because she didn't just immediately fall. So that kind of opens up the possibility that she might recover from this after she gets a little break. So we might pull back to a 382 Fibonacci. Keep an eye on a 236 in case she pulls a past one, but a 382 Fib, it should right like here. We might pull back to here, 90,000 or something, and then it might decide to go over to 96 and start heading up. It could. I'm not going to discourage her or nothing, but for right now, this is the area. This was the place that's been taken. Nailed it. Anyway. Well, Fibonacci's, ladies and gentlemen, the Fibonacci's. We're making Fibonacci cool again, man. We're getting the band back together, dude. I'm here to spread this Fibonacci gospel, man. Fibs rock. We want to hear them rock every night. They are really, really cool. What also are cool are these moving averages that are saying, hey, man, you had some tired as F zones over here. And I know we're above the 800. We're back on Bitcoin, by the way, on the 4-hour chart. 800, 600. Look what's way down here. 360. Yeah, that's quite a big gap right there, right? It's like, oh, wow. I didn't know it's big of a gap. That's like, I can fit 2 hands in there and... Wow. That's where baby's coming from. And right here's the 200 moving average down to 80. 200. Listen, the 200 moving average on the 4-hour down at 84,200. If you think of price being that's a 200 moving average, kind of like a rubber band, kind of like that little middle ground that we like to just come back and tap every once in a while, that's a good distance away from where we are right now. Why, usually in situations like that's when you see the little snapbacks, right? I would also like to point this out. Let it be said, because I mentioned it, and then we're going to document this little sucker. Let it be documented today. Here on the 4-hour, I want to draw your attention to this. It's happening right now as we talk. Only here on the Road Dog Crypto Show, where we have a turkey who thinks he's a dog, thinks he's a turkey that thinks he's also a I don't know. He's so confused about his identity. And you get to listen to the voices in his head. Here on the 4-hour, we just got the bullish cross of the 100 moving average over the 200. Though that wasn't what I was looking for. $100 over the 200. Price fall. My observation is about 2 out of 3 times. Is that about 66% of the time? Shut up, Sean. You could say 68. Everybody else does. 68% of the time. About 2 out of 3 times I've noticed. It's a rule of thumb. Just a rule of thumb. That a lot of times, especially on when the 100 crosses bullish or bearishly over that 200. So we're on a nice uptrend. When it crosses bullishly over, I mean, it's a good bullish sign. But a lot of times when it does, price will fall. Sometimes it even comes back and touches that 100 moving average just to make sure it's real. It's like, oh, I just had to see you one more. Are you real? Okay. And so you might be seizing that. Since we are so far away from that here on the 4-hour, you can imagine as we head into the weekend, because today being Wednesday, tomorrow being Thursday, the next day after that being Friday in most parts of the world, except for the other half of the world where it's that other day. I think it's forward Saturday, right? Getting into the weekend with low liquidity and all that, you could probably see how there could be a little picture here to paint of a pullback on Bitcoin and therefore also your altcoins, or depending on what Bitcoin dominance does, maybe some altcoins pop. Maybe some of them still are going to get ready to pop. But Bitcoin, she's getting tired, ladies and gentlemen. She need to come back to some of these areas, and I would look for Bitcoin to be coming back and pulling back to these areas for sure. For sure. I'm going to put me another Fibonacci. Why you want to keep putting the Fibonacci's, Johnny? There's always a plan with the Fibonacci. I think this area 8,088 That number keeps coming up, doesn't it? Oh, the 88.8s. We're going to keep talking to them 88.8s until we get away from them, in my personal opinions. So I wouldn't doubt that if you can plan for it now, make appropriations, might be able to take advantage of a move down to these areas. And that's just my guesstimation and my forecastation as how price might be overfolding over these next couple of days. And if I'm wrong, then I'm happy to be wrong to see price come up here to these areas about $99,000. Let's do it. If you're going to do it, go hard, go big, give us that higher high that we need, baby. Make it happen. But more than likely, we're starting to see things tire out, and even reports coming in on the regular market where they're getting kind of skittish too. You're the more important trend line right here. Do you give me peace to go there? Do you give me way? Do you make a path for me to bit there? 88.8. I'm looking for that one. That can do it. 87 might be a little too much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this little guy up. We've been going for about an hour, 25 minutes. And we went over several coins tonight, a lot of requests that we got. Sorry if I didn't get to all of them, but just trying out an earlier time slot. Keep in mind that here the moving average is 800, 600, 300, all these. They are still bearish in nature. So as bullish as everybody is right now, and you know, right now is probably not the time to be a green candle chaser. This would probably be a good time to start looking, take some profits, pay yourself. Save a little in case things go wild, but you know, you got to make sure, you know, and maybe set stop losses, make sure you got your game on, watch your trend lines. Maybe start looking for some short ideas, because when things are first starting to roll over, it's the best place to take a short. It's after they start losing levels that you start losing some of the what's left to go to. And so the really good ones are taking over here. I'm just throwing that out. It's hard. But, I mean, if you're going to be looking, I'm just saying. But we might be getting a nice little pullback and a healthy pullback like we always need in the market. Altcoins might be affected. Let's take advantage of it. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow. Let's go. Stack those sats. Wow! I thought that turkey's never going to shut up. I know, he was like very full of it tonight. Just blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna play the cowbell. Lost my last time, rent's knocking my door. Lights out in time, scam shook my core. News lit 'em up, jails their new stay. Flip to sat to shine, bull runs my play. Yeah, when the charts crash low. Yes. Scam boss smirk, girl, your stacks my game. Pumped his junk, then jerk left me in shame. Did she say he pumped his junk? You can get arrested for that where I come from. Shield of grace, bull runs my force, scammers lose their place. Yeah, when the charts crash low. We're just massively early tonight, that's all. You've got my back, my crypto brella. Beyond the illusion. When I think about it and can find the chart, I should pay more attention to it. I pay attention when I see other people report on it. Oh, I sank deep, felt the scam's cruel rain. Ooh, yeah. Now I stack sweet, bull runs my refrain. Yeah, yeah. Crypto's my spark, my shield, my flame. Ooh, bull runs my heart, calling my name. Woo! Ride through the storm, go through the strain. Ooh, crypto brella's my game.
When the charts crash low and the
Ha.
fans look low, you've got my back, my crypto brother. When the bears run wild and the pumps subside, I'm your ride, your crypto brother. Brother, brother, brother.
Let's take a look at Orca. What is Orca doing? Nice round shape.
Yeah, crypto brother's mine.
272 right now.
Yeah, rising through the grind. Crypto brother, yeah. Ooh, baby, yeah. Moonbeds. Ooh, baby, yeah. Crypto swag. Woo! I'm a block hustler, race where the hustle sings. Crypto's my lover, stacking on my dreams. Meme coins tempt me, scams in their glow. Buy my hype, they tease, try to steal my show. Lost a bag, one knife, FOMO burned my core. Charts crashed out of sight, left me wanting more. Flipped a set to shine, oil through the fray. Bull runs my design, moon bags my play, yeah. When the dips run deep and the scammers creep, ooh, ooh, I've got my stash, my moon bags, yeah, yeah. When the bears hit hard and the
For Orca.
I'm your spark, my moon bags.
I see 375. I see 430. And a nice spot about 493, 494 in that area.
Scam Lord whispered, girl, your back's on
So from where we are now up to there, what the 40, 60, up to 80% gains for those targets. And those are nice swing trade targets right there.
When the dips run deep and the scammers creep, ooh, I got my stash, my moon bags, yeah, yeah. When the bears hit hard,
Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Good night, John boy. Thank God he finally shut up.